Now, one thing I have noticed, which I haven't really played with before, is these seem to be checkboxes, whereas these seem to be on or off toggles. Can you pay like air superiority and close air support? Like, why is that different to that? How many aces do we have? 6. I feel like that's gone down a bit. Ireland has joined the Allies. Welcome, Ireland. Is there a way to not use the tank arrow shipbuilder if you have the DLC enabled? My issue with Ahoy is I get paralyzed with so many choices I can't decide. Couldn't figure out a default tank plane ship setting. I don't think so. You can have either one toggle or multiple checkboxes on the air missions. Oh, interesting. That I did not know. M50 Rieslings. Go on, moving on those. What does this do? Oh, fake intel units, right. We could start making resistance contacts with the French. Which I don't think is a bad idea. I didn't select a target. Ile de France. What's your range like? Yeah, it's pretty massive. There's the cookie carriers. Lovely jubbly. So I think we're going to continue to fund Fairchild's development and then save a project. We'll just work on getting jets early. The Fairchild Aircraft Factory in Quebec should be given the resources it needs to increase bomber part production. We should be able to increase employment in the plant by thousands. And with that in mind, I would also like to switch your to this. 159 days. Go. And I would also like to switch this to Hadley Page. Must remember to do that when we hit 150 political power. Oh, you seem to be struggling a little bit with enemy aircraft. Wait, we own Iajima? Interesting. You would probably be better off here, because we're still fighting actively over Borneo. Just need to make sure that gets done before the advanced large airframe. 2004 year a day. Thank you very much for the follow. Hello, I'm Swedish. Hey. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Mass Effectoid 10 coming in with a new one, and also Schindler's Fist. Thank you for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Can you repeat the answer to Mad Dog? Ads took so long and did not hear you. No. As far as I know, there is not a way to turn that off. unless you turn the DLC off. I mean, the thing with the designers is just experiment a bit. See something that suits you. If you need cheap light fighters, then just give them light weapons and make a lot of them. If you want something with, if you have a big industry and you can make something a bit more versatile and durable like my Yabus, do that. Special forces. But I get it, like, choice paralysis is the thing. Especially when it's not immediately clear what certain things do and how they compare to each other, which is a problem with the air designer. I feel like the ship designer is better in that way because two different modules do very different things. Whereas what's the difference between a cannon versus a heavy machine gun? Much less clear. Where are you guys standing by? Oh! Eastern Mediterranean is struggling. Yeah, they are coming back. I don't think it's an immediate danger, but slightly problematic. Meanwhile, the UK has started Operation Husky, apparently. Look at that torch. I don't remember. I think it's Torch. Torch was Sicily. Was Husky then Italy? Or was one of them British and one of them American? No, they usually joined. Looks like some more naval invasions. We've taken Rome! Allied forces recently entered Rome after the surrender of its garrison. The city is now under military occupation. A great victory! I might actually send my tactical bombers over there. Although they are kind of needed here. No, never mind. This is a nice to have. Fighting over in Borneo, I think, is actually kind of critical. Meanwhile, my air force is very aluminium hungry. Iceland joined. That's nice. And there we go, Hadley Page is now taken over. Just going to make sure that that change comes about. Pretty sure it should. Now, does that automatically cancel your thing? No, it doesn't. Good. Meanwhile, fuel supplies are good. Rome's been retaken. This is a rather bigger attack, however. You know what? Maybe it is worth sending the... There. You need to take an airbase. Once you've taken an airbase, I can assist you. And we can start training some more close air support and another fighter wing. So we might as well. Oh, those are just Ferry Gordons. Never mind. You sure I still can't send Ferry Gordons to them? Nope. Sabre project, and we are about to run out of manpower. Let's do this one first, then we'll get the zombies. Zombie planes. Zombies flying in the air. Nice. Torch was North Africa. That's what it was. Jet aircraft will dominate the skies of the future, so we should invest in the production of our own variants of foreign jet planes. I think you mean be the cutting edge in jet plane production. Anyway, I just looked at the time and we're about 20 minutes over when I planned to stop streaming. I did extend my streaming plans for today, so that was the first stream. I will be back again at 6, so 6 o'clock this evening, and then we'll go on till 10 and just continue this Canada run. But in the meantime, I'm going to go and grab something to eat because I'm getting a bit hungry and I also just want to rest my voice a little. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this and you would like to support the channel, then please do consider subscribing. It does help the channel out and lets me do more of this kind of content. You can of course check out the Patreon at patreon.com/Mordred Viking. I have uploaded the Germany campaign to YouTube. I haven't made it public yet. I still need to make the thumbnails and all that stuff. So if I remember, I'll do that tonight. And then the Germany stuff will come out next week and the Canada the week after. Just gives me that little bit of a buffer, which would be nice to have. In the meantime, who is streaming? Is anyone else doing hard survival? Ooh, Wartails. Could definitely do Wartails. Or Component Cast. You know what? I'm going to be nice. Component Cast is currently celebrating their 2-year anniversary, I want to say, and are running a rerun of all of our Elendor Chronicles stream. So we're going to go and raid Component Cast. This is one of the channels that I play D&D on. This is every Monday, so you can see the continuation of this campaign on Monday. So head on over there, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see the Component Cast lit up by the Viking raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking raid, just like this. Or if you're a subscriber, you can bring in the long ships, which works just like this. Now it does seem to be in follower subscriber only chat, probably because it's a rerun, but you should definitely hit that follow button if you like anything Dungeons & Dragons related. Otherwise, I'll be back again on my own channel at 6 o'clock this evening, so that is in 40 minutes from now. And I hope to see you then. Until that point, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. So, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing the World National Focus Tour. The National Focus World Tour, that's what I was calling it. Currently as Canada. And things have been going pretty darned well. It is now June 1943. We are in complete control of the skies around the world. And we are starting to switch towards trying to get, what are they called? Strategic bombers. So we can start bombing Germany proper, because Germany has actually made a little bit of a breakthrough going towards Moscow. So Barbarossa has turned around a little bit. The Soviets have started to collapse, I think because they invested too much in trying to attack Yugoslavia, because of course they did. However, we have, at least the UK has started to do a little invasion against Italy. The USA is heavily engaged against Japan, although Japan is doing pretty well against China. We have managed to swing the tide here in the Dutch East Indies, partially because of extra air power, partially because the Allies are actually just showing up. We've been giving the Dutch East Indies a bunch of guns, which we had been producing, but we're now no longer producing, because we are doing exclusively air power. And our air power is really quite good. Like I said, it is 1943. We've had advanced aircraft for at least 6 months. And we're starting to do close air support now most recently, and then of course we're going to be going towards strategic bombers. So in the short term we just need to be building a bunch more military factories so that our capacity for building aircraft can increase as well. I'm actually really running out of space. Let's just make sure everything gets built up appropriately. And here as well. And then do that. Okay. Split things like that. It should work just fine. Cool. What? Yeah, in terms of these, we have one more concentrated industry to go, and then we are also actually pretty aggressively doing the region-wide industrial integration. We've had a lot of points to put into that, so we do have more factories than we probably should at this stage, but it still doesn't feel like enough. We've only lost 1,000 men in this entire war. Yeah, probably just because my air force just keeps on growing and growing and growing. And do I have zombies yet? No, we're doing the Saber project, which will allow me to go towards jet planes, and then we're going to do send in the zombies, which gives me another 1% recruitable manpower, which, considering my recruitable manpower right now is 1%, that's going to effectively double our contribution to this war. Pretty funny. Iran and the Soviets have signed a white peace. Iran has capitulated and is now communist. Minion. Oh, Greece. Greece is the other success story. Greece was pushed all the way back to here, and we've been very aggressive at sending in aircraft, who have been doing a pretty good job of holding our opponents back, so huzzah. Bits are coming in. First of all, Sindrin, newsflash! USA and Canada are combining their space programs to send spacecraft to the moon. They're calling the spaceship Apollo G. Katie Cass coming in with some bits as well. Thank you very much for that. Congrats on the promotion to your new job. Maybe you can get them to also... Maybe you can get them to bring something to Hearts of Iron. Sorry, I wasn't able to read that last bit, Katie. I can only Apollo G for my jokes. Oh, Sindrin, never change. Man, we are really running out of manpower. We don't have any ships to deploy for a little while. How is our shipbuilding coming along? We have 4 of you now. None of you are actually assigned to anything particularly useful, so we should probably get that done. Let's say that Singapore's going to be your base. And then I want you active here once you have arrived. Cool! Alright, what else do we have? Quick and continue to work on that. Oh, text-to-speech to Hearts of Iron. Gotcha. Hearts of Iron 4 Battle of Hoth, the DLC when? Hoth is Star Wars? Eh. Never been a huge Star Wars fan. Star Trek, however. That I could get behind, although... Not sure how exactly I would do that in this. Isn't there a... Is there a Star Wars or a Star Trek mod for Ahoy? I think there is. I think there's a Star Wars one. Oh, it looks like Japan's actually taken out the north of Borneo once again, so it's just going to be down to the Dutch East Indies. But as I said previously, I have been pumping guns into the Dutch East Indies. If and when I get some more military factories up and running, I would like to start sending them some more if I can. Malaya's being intercepted. You're being intercepted here, aren't you? Yes, you are. That's unfortunate. You don't have a commander. Let's do this. See if I can get you to cover both. But our destroyers have really not been having a huge amount of luck against the Japanese yet. We kind of need the Americans to step up the game. $50 more days and then we can start on the strategic bombers. I mean, I guess the other thing I could do, thinking about things, is what if... I create a naval bomber. Huzzah! Does this actually add anything? Like, I was hoping it would add some detection, but it's not saying that it does. Oh, it's got to, though, surely. And then this guy is gonna get floats. Hang on, I was put the electronics in the first slot. So this is going to be air to ground radar? Naval strike, yes it is. Then we're going to go for the floats. And then extra fuel tanks, I think. And this is going to be called the Zetalia. Okay. Do we not have something which is obviously anti-ship? Like with floats? Not really. I'm going to choose that one. Alright, save. So we do have the Zetalia. I'm going to say I want to have a small run of. And then I think I want to say I want to have another run of Paracores. These are now out of date. As soon as we get the manpower for it. Sereno coming in with a 13-month resub. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Sereno. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, I could bring in Naval Command. Unfortunately, our people have already leveled up quite a bit. Regardless, I'm going to give you signals training just so we can start getting you some experience at the very least. Saber project is still on the way. Make resistance contacts has been completed. So now we can start working on strengthening that resistance every now and then. We should probably also try to infiltrate their navy. Looks like the UK is actually pushing out. If you can get me an airbase, I can support you here, guys. This is actually a pretty big attack. We may even take Italy out with this. My gosh, look how much damage they're doing to the Italians when they hit them. They have got 2 ports, which they're about to completely secure. If they take this, then it really will be secured. Attack has failed. Oh, hang on. I could bring an air force here from Corsica. Huzzah! And in fact, they should have tons of air support because there's 2,100 planes in Malta right now. Okay, new technology. That is gonna be Johnson, I guess. Let's go with the anti-tank first. 4 more days on the atomic research, 29 days on that. And then work on the industrial factories can begin in earnest. Canada's going to be completely upgraded. I feel like Canada could do with more building slots. We are waiting for Saber Project, so we're going to wait the 5 days for that to complete, and then we can start on the Jets. Hype train! Choo-choo! Mr. McNasty coming in with a 34-month resubscription. Very much appreciate the ongoing support there. Thank you. Hey, ugh. Hey, ugh. And Carnita coming in with a 20-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that too. Damn, missed part 1 of National Focus World Tour. Now with more Canadians. Here now, and ready to support the Royal Mordred Police. Okay, so that was that. Now we need to send in the zombies. The time has come to put all of Canada's eligible men to work in the army. We've mobilised a lot of men to work in the industry through the NRMA, but now they should be sent overseas.